Dear soul, if you're seeing this right now, it's no accident. There's a real reason you're here. Your guardian angels have a big message for you. You might not even feel it yet, but something has been changing deep inside you, in your spirit. Something special and sacred has been getting ready, just out of sight. You've cried when no one was looking, prayed without saying a word, and waited with more patience than you even knew you had. And guess what? Heaven is starting to move. Your time is getting close. The person you're meant to be with, to build a life with, has already been chosen for you. It's not about luck, and it's not by chance. It's all part of a divine plan. If you feel it, maybe share your heart in the comments. I am ready. I am worthy. I am open. You were meant to go through this world by yourself. You weren't just born to get by. You were made to love with all your heart and to be loved like crazy. And now, that love is on its way to you, a really rich love. Not just rich in stuff, but rich in heart, in being truly present, in loyalty, and in spiritual connection. This person, they've been waiting too, going through their own tough times. They've also been shaped, tested, and made stronger by what they've been through. And now, just like you, they're getting ready for something even bigger than just romance. This is about a sacred connection, a partnership blessed from above, a relationship where peace will feel like a crown on your head, and joy will be with you every day. They're coming with more than just money. They're coming with a rich soul. They're coming to pour good things into your life, not to drain you. They're coming to protect you, not to own you. They're coming to build with you, not to tear things down. And when you stand next to them, you won't feel small. You'll feel completely safe. This love is grown up. It's not wild and confusing. It's not built on fear or desperation or just what's convenient. It's a love that has a real purpose, based on respect and on God's perfect timing. Your angels are saying you're ready. Even if you don't feel prepared, even if you still have doubts, even if your past tries to whisper lies to you, you are ready because you've grown. You've healed. You've let go of what wasn't right for you. You've chosen what truly aligns with you over just holding on to things. And now, heaven is responding. You're not being missed. You're not being forgotten. You're not being skipped over. You're being put in the right place. You're being watched over. You're being favored. And the love that's coming is the kind you'll never have to chase after. The kind you won't have to beg for. The kind that chooses you every single day. Even when things are stormy, even in the quiet times, even in seasons where you feel stretched, there was a time when your heart settled for less because you didn't know what more could feel like. But not anymore. Not this time. This love won't come to play games with you. It won't just disappear on you. It won't lie and make excuses. This love will show up. This love will speak life into you when you're feeling tired. This love will pray with you in the middle of the night. This love will cherish you in public and protect you when you're in private. They are coming. And when they do, you'll understand why other people didn't stay. It wasn't that you were rejected. You were being redirected. Heaven had to clear the path. God had to get rid of distractions. Your angels had to close doors that would have put your destiny on hold. And now, heaven says yes. Yes to the partnership that helps you follow your calling. Yes to the kind of love that brings you more peace. Yes to the laughter coming back into your voice. Yes to the home where your heart can finally, truly rest. This person, they're not just wealthy with money. They're wealthy in wisdom, wealthy in kindness, wealthy in patience, and wealthy in love. They know what it's like to lose, to have to start over, to be humbled, to walk through really hard times, and still choose to be tender. They won't be scared of your past. They won't be intimidated by your brightness. They won't feel the need to compete with you. They'll want to protect and cover you. They'll want to honor you. You've waited for so long. And I know, dear one, it's been painful, but you haven't waited for nothing. There's a huge feast of blessings being prepared for you, right in front of those who doubted you. Not to make you feel arrogant, but to make you realize that God has never stopped fighting for your heart. The angels are all around this connection. Even right now, they're lining up schedules, weaving your paths together, softening hearts, opening up opportunities, and removing anything in the way. And you're stepping into a love story that only heaven could write. One where all the quiet waiting makes sense. One where all the pieces fall into place at the right time. One where your heart will say, This is what I was made for. So take a deep breath, dear one. You're not behind. You're not missing out on anything. You're not too much, and you're not too late. You are right on time, right on schedule, right on the very edge of a divine gift being released to you. A wealthy love is coming. And so is your healing, your home, your purpose partner, and your peace. And they will look at you not as someone they need to fix, but as someone to love. Not as someone broken, but as someone incredibly beautiful. Not as a burden, but as a true blessing. Yes, you are worthy. Worthy of this love. Worthy of this richness. Worthy of joy that you don't have to earn. Worthy of rest that doesn't come with strings attached. Your angels aren't just whispering. They're declaring it loudly. Prepare yourself. Make room. You're not going to miss this. This love will walk right through your door, and your soul will recognize it even before your mind catches on. Stay open. Keep believing. Stay aligned with what's good. You are ready, and your time has come. They're on their way to you now, but they aren't rushing. They're moving with guidance from heaven. Your angels are walking with them, whispering your name in their dreams, gently pulling their heart towards you, even when they don't quite understand why yet. And soon, you'll cross paths. Maybe it will be in a place you weren't expecting. Maybe it will feel like a pure coincidence, but it won't be. It will be a divine appointment, planned by God, watched over by angels, and protected by the Spirit. It might start quietly, a conversation that feels strangely familiar. A look that lasts just a second too long. A warmth that settles in your chest before your mind even knows what's happening. You'll wonder, why do they feel so familiar? Why does my spirit feel so at rest when I'm with them? Why does my heart whisper, stay here? It's because your soul already knows. And even if they don't recognize you right away, they will feel it. They'll feel something soft yet strong, something that stops them in their tracks, something that silences every voice telling them to just play around. They'll feel safe. You will become a reason they finally believe that prayers get answered. This love won't rush you. It will flow. It will feel like sunlight on a quiet morning, gentle, healing, honest. And they'll make space for you. Not because they feel obligated, but because it will feel natural, like building a home they always knew they wanted. They'll look at you like your miracle because to them, you are. They'll tell you things they've never said out loud before, and you'll feel safe. Safe to open up, safe to just be, safe to trust again. Your voice will even sound different when you're with them, lighter, freer, because you won't be trying to perform anymore. You'll just be you, and that will be more than enough. They'll want to know how you're really doing. They'll want to see the world through your eyes. They'll ask questions no one else ever thought to ask, and they'll remember your answers. They'll show up for the big things and stay present in the small ones. And slowly, you'll begin to believe. This time, love isn't leaving because they won't. They're not afraid of hard days. They're not shaken by your emotions. They're not interested in just surface-level love. They want the deep stuff. And they'll hold your hand through all of it. They won't try to fix you. They'll walk beside you as you both grow. And their wealth, it will show up in the way they make you feel seen. It will shine in the way they make you feel protected. It will bloom in the way they pour joy into your days without you even having to ask. Their generosity won't just be about money. It'll be about time, energy, being intentional, and being truly present. And they'll keep choosing you, not just on day 1, but on day 100 and 1,000 and 1 million, because they'll know you are the one their soul was searching for long before they ever saw your face. And when they finally tell you how they feel, it won't be dramatic. It won't be staged. It will be raw, real, and holy. They'll take your hand, look you in the eyes, and say something like, I don't know how all this happened, but I know I don't want to live another day without you. And you'll feel it in your chest, in your bones, in the quiet stillness between your breaths. You'll feel that this moment was written in the stars long before you even knew what love meant. And when they ask you to build a life together, it won't just be about a ring or a grand gesture. It'll be about the intention, the love behind the words, the tears in their eyes, the slight tremble in their voice, because they'll know they're not just gaining a partner. They're stepping into destiny. And they'll commit to you, not just with romance, but with deep respect, because being with you will feel like a sacred honor. And when you say yes, the heavens will rejoice, because something holy has just been fulfilled. And your angels, the ones who've been guiding you both, they will smile because their assignment is complete. The connection is sealed. From that moment on, everything will shift. Not instantly, not without effort, but permanently. Your days will start to carry new meaning. The home you build together will be filled with laughter and quiet moments that make time stand still. And you'll pray together, not just for yourselves, but for the world, for your future, for your children, if you choose to have them, for others still searching for what you found. Because this love will make you better, more kind, more courageous, more whole. You'll see yourself through their eyes and finally believe, I was always worthy of this. They'll celebrate your light. And when you forget who you are, they'll remind you. Not with pressure, but with gentleness. Not with demands, but with understanding. Because they will love all of you. Not just the strong parts, not just the beautiful ones, but the vulnerable parts too. The parts you've hidden. The parts you thought made you unqualified. The parts that still carry pain. They will love those too. Not out of pity, but out of honor. Because they'll see what God sees in you. Not just the way you smile when you're strong, but the way you survived when no one saw the storm you were going through. They'll see your effort, not just your victories. They'll notice the courage it took just to keep going, to wake up some mornings when you didn't feel like it. They'll love the version of you that had to hold your own hand, the one who whispered, I'll be okay, even when you weren't sure. They won't shame your tears. They won't ask you to hurry up your healing. They won't get frustrated when your old wounds show up in unexpected ways. Instead, they'll sit beside you in the silence. They'll hold space for your sorrow without trying to control it. They'll tell you it's okay to feel without you having to apologize for the feeling. You'll see it in their eyes. They don't just want the easy parts of you. They want the full story. They want the truth. They want the you that no one else bothered to stay for. And when they see your scars, they won't see weakness. They'll see evidence of everything you've overcome. They'll see proof that you made it through what was sent to break you. They'll love the you that's still learning to love yourself. They'll kiss the places you try to hide. They'll wrap their arms around the fears you thought made you too complicated. And for the first time, you'll feel safe. Not because you're perfect, but because you're known, truly known, and still loved. You'll feel it when they speak gently to you. You'll hear it in their voice when they say your name like it's a prayer. You'll sense it in the way they never try to hurry you out of sadness. They won't expect you to always be the strong one. They'll step in when you can't. They'll cover you when your heart feels exposed. You'll finally learn that real love doesn't force you to earn your place. It makes you feel like you belong, even on your worst day. And as they hold you through those moments, you'll realize you're no longer alone in your pain. You'll have a hand to hold in the middle of the night. You'll have someone to talk to when the memories come back. They won't try to erase your past. They'll honor it. They'll honor the little child inside you who still flinches sometimes. They'll honor the teenager who had to grow up too fast. They'll honor the adult who learned how to survive on their own. And slowly, with time and truth, that deep ache you've carried for years will begin to soften. You'll stop apologizing for being tender. You'll stop hiding the parts of you that feel too much, because they will see it not as too much, but as everything they've been praying for. They'll remind you, you are not broken, you are blooming. They'll remind you, nothing about you is too heavy. I was built to love you through this. And that will be the moment you realize God didn't just give you love. He gave you someone who understands the assignment. Not someone perfect, but someone present. Someone who shows up every time. Even when it's hard. Even when you push them away because you're scared to believe this is real, they'll stay. They'll fight for the connection. They'll cover the places in you that still tremble. They'll build a new kind of safety with you. One that doesn't vanish when your healing takes time. And your angels will rejoice. Because this is what you've always deserved. Not just a hand to hold, but a soul that stays. A heart that chooses you when you're glowing and when you're grieving. A voice that says, I see you, all of you, and I'm not going anywhere. This is the part of love that no one told you about. The part that says you don't have to be whole to be worthy. The part that sees the cracks and still calls you beautiful. The part that loves the mess and doesn't ask you to clean it up first. The part that walks with you while the pieces come together and whispers, "I'll be here when they do." Because real love, God's love, doesn't need you to perform. It just needs you to be open. And you, beloved, are finally open. You are ready, and they are ready too. Heaven has prepared you both through fire and through grace, through loss and through learning. And when your souls finally collide, it will not be loud. It will not be forced. It will feel like coming home to a place you didn't know existed. It will feel like exhaling after years of holding your breath. It will feel like you, but freer, like peace wearing a human face, like God saying, This is what I was preparing you for. This is what I was preparing you for. The mornings where you wake up wrapped in love, not confusion. The kind of silence that soothes, not the kind that leaves you questioning your worth. You'll laugh over coffee. You'll hold hands while folding laundry. You'll turn ordinary moments into sacred ones without even realizing it. Because love like this doesn't have to try hard to be holy. It just is. You'll feel in the way they look at you when you're not even trying to impress. When you're in your pajamas, when your hair is a little messy, when you're talking about something you're passionate about, and you forget to be self-conscious. They'll smile, not because of what you're saying, but because they're in awe that they get to love someone like you. You'll start to feel in your body this softening, this unlearning of fear, this permission to rest. You won't flinch when they come close. You won't second-guess their love when things go quiet. Because this is someone who doesn't play hide-and-seek with their presence. They stay, they show up, they speak when it matters, and they listen when your soul needs silence. And over time, your nervous system will calm, your breath will deepen, your heart will trust, not because you forced it, but because love made it safe too. They'll become your mirror, not the kind that shows your flaws, but the kind that reflects your healing, your becoming, your truth. You'll see yourself through their eyes and finally understand why God waited so long to bring this together. You needed time to unlearn the counterfeit versions of love. You needed time to walk away from what wasn't sacred. You needed time to meet yourself again before anyone else could meet you fully. And they'll understand that. They'll honor it. They won't rush your rhythm. They won't try to rewrite your story. They'll just hold the pen beside you, patient, steady, present. You'll walk through the world together, not perfect, but deeply connected. People will notice, not because you're loud, but because you'll carry peace like an aura. You'll walk like you found something rare because you have. You'll pray together before bed. You'll whisper dreams in the dark. You'll learn what it means to build something eternal in the ordinary. They'll celebrate your wins like they were their own. They'll be your biggest cheerleader, even when you doubt yourself. They'll tell you, "I believe in you." So many times, you'll start to believe it too. And on the hard days, they'll remind you who you are, not by quoting scripture alone, but by becoming the living, breathing evidence of God's faithfulness in your life. Because that's what this love is, evidence of grace, of timing, of divine design. And it won't end at romance. This love will evolve into purpose, into shared vision, into legacy. You'll begin to create together things that serve others, things that heal the world, things that make heaven proud. You'll write songs with your lives, not just melodies, but choices, compassion, sacrifice, joy. You'll parent dreams. You'll nurture light. You'll become the answer to someone else's prayer because your love overflowed beyond your own four walls. That's the kind of wealth this is. Not flashy, not shallow, but deep and eternal. The kind that shows up in the way your children, if you have them, speak, the way your home feels to strangers, the way you live with open hearts and anchored spirits. And even on the days when you disagree. And yes, there will be those days they will fight for peace, not to be right. They won't use your insecurities against you. They won't run from hard conversations. They won't make you pay for their past pain. They'll lean in. They'll listen. They'll grow. Because love like this isn't about perfection. It's about partnership. Two whole souls still healing, still learning, still choosing each other every single day. And you'll be so glad you didn't settle. So glad you waited. So glad you trusted the voice that said, "Not yet. Something better is coming." Because it did. It is. They're here now. And they love you in a way that no one else ever has. Not just for what you do, not for how you look, but for your essence, your presence, your spirit. They see you and still they stay. That, beloved, is the miracle. That someone would walk into your life, see the whole truth of you, the light and the shadow, and still say, I choose you. And not just once, but every day, through joy, through grief, through the stretch and the stillness. They'll choose you in the morning when your eyes are tired. They'll choose you in the evening when your words are few. They'll choose you in seasons when you feel like less and love you back into more. Because that's what sacred love does. It resurrects what life tried to bury. And the way they love you, it won't just change your days. It'll heal generations before you and bless the ones after. Your union will be more than comfort. It will be a calling, a divine alignment, a partnership that carries purpose in every breath, every step, every yes. People will look at the two of you and they'll feel peace, like the Spirit is resting there. They won't be able to explain it, but they'll know this kind of love, it's not from this world. You will notice it too when you pray together and feel heaven draw near. When you worship and realize you've become a sanctuary for each other. When your home becomes more than walls, it becomes a well, a place where people come and leave changed. Because the love between you spills over. It touches everything. It fills the room. It moves through conversations like a quiet wind. And the angels, they'll never leave. They'll hover around you always. Not because you're perfect, but because your love glorifies the one who sent it. You'll begin to understand something. This relationship was never just for you. It was for the world around you. For the people who need to believe that love like this still exists. For the brokenhearted who are still waiting. For the weary souls who feel like they've been forgotten. You'll be the proof. You'll become a signpost, a light on the hill, a voice that says, don't give up. God still writes love stories. And when you share your story, and when you talk about the nights you cried, the doors that closed, the people who left, you'll do it with peace. Because all of it, every delay, every detour, every disappointment, led to them, led to a love that doesn't just speak in words but lives in action. And when you hold hands in the middle of the chaos, when you whisper prayers through tears, when you laugh until your ribs ache on an ordinary Tuesday, you'll remember, this is what it feels like when heaven kisses earth. This is what it feels like when a promise becomes a person. This is what it feels like when love is not earned but embraced. And even when you both have grown older, when your hair turns silver, when your steps slow down, the love will still be there, stronger, deeper, more sacred than ever. You'll sit on your porch one day, watching the sun fall behind the hills, and smile at each other like it's the first day all over again. Because this love will always feel new. It will never stop growing, never stop softening you, never stop stirring up gratitude. And your soul will know, this was worth waiting for. So don't lose hope. Not now, not this close. Every seed of faith you've planted is growing. Beneath the surface, your prayers are echoing through eternity. And your angels? They're still on assignment, guiding, guarding, preparing the way. Heaven is not confused. Heaven is not late. Heaven has not changed its mind about you. This promise is still yours. This story is still unfolding. And child of God, your ending will be far more beautiful than the pain you started with. You won't just survive, you'll thrive. Not alone, but hand in hand with the one who was born to love you. Not with fear, but with fullness. Not with brokenness, but with blessing. So take heart, lift your head, and open your arms wide. Because what's coming is more than you imagined. And it's coming quickly. Yes, what's coming is more than you imagined, and it's coming quickly. You've waited. You've watched others find their person. You've smiled through the ache. You've clapped for others while wondering when it would be your turn. And now heaven says, your turn has come. Not because you earned it. Not because you were perfect, but because God is good. Because his promises are yes and amen. Because love was written into your story long before your first heartbreak. You were never behind, never forgotten, never passed over. You were being prepared. You were being refined. You were being positioned for something that couldn't come too early, or it would have been mishandled. But now you're ready, and so are they. You've both seen too much to treat love like a game. You've both been broken enough to know how to treasure healing. You've both lived enough life to understand what really matters. And that's why this love will last, because it's not built on fantasy. It's built on faith. Not on empty promises, but on answered prayers. You'll look at them one day in the stillness of your home, and every wound will whisper, "I'm grateful you didn't give up." You'll say out loud too, "I'm glad I waited. You were worth it, all of it." Because the nights of loneliness will be eclipsed by the mornings of peace. Because the ache in your heart will be replaced by a stillness that stays. And this stillness, it won't be boring. It'll be holy. It'll be the sound of God saying, "Rest now, beloved. This is the blessing I promised." And you'll rest. Not because everything is perfect, but because everything is aligned. You'll wake up and breathe easier. You'll feel lighter. You'll laugh louder. You'll trust deeper. And your heart, your beautiful, battle-worn, blessed heart, will finally beat in rhythm with someone who sees you and stays. Not just when it's easy, not just when you shine, but when you tremble, when you question, when you fall, when you rise. They will be there because they were sent. And together, you will write a story that turns ashes into art, pain into poetry, delay into destiny. Together, you will love boldly and forgive freely. Together, you will show the world what heaven looks like in human form. And when people ask, "How did you two find each other?" you'll smile and say, "We didn't. God brought us together, and we both waited long enough to recognize it." Because what's real, what's God ordained, you don't have to force, you don't have to beg, you don't have to chase. It arrives in divine timing, wrapped in reverence, and sealed with peace. So hold on, dear one. Keep watching, keep praying, keep preparing. Because love, true love, heaven's love, is not just on the way, it's already near. Your angels are walking with them now. The thread between you and them is tightening. The distance is shrinking. The veil is thinning. And soon, so very soon, your eyes will meet, and you will know with every part of you, this is it. This is the moment my soul has been whispering about. There will be no fear, no striving, no confusion. Only peace, only presence, only promise. And when they take your hand, you'll feel it. Not just the warmth of their skin, but the fullness of heaven's yes. And you'll finally understand why it took so long, why it had to be them, why it had to be now. So, let your heart stay open. Let your spirit stay expectant. Keep loving yourself through the wait. Keep trusting God in the quiet. Keep walking forward in faith, because every step is bringing you closer. And one day soon, you'll stand in the fullness of love you only used to imagine. And you'll smile, not because it was easy, but because it was worth it. And heaven will whisper, "Well done. You didn't settle. You stayed open. You believed. And now you are walking in what I always wanted for you." So breathe, beloved. It is done. It is sealed. It is sacred. It is yours. Amen.